I can sneak in with the kitties. Kitties will go, that's your prayer. I have a couple of grandpas in my car. In front of the fireplace. At the water. You gotta be dying in that. That's hot stuff. That's like putting on kind of an odd what confused by this. We have a big auditorium. You know what? I think you've got to pay for the lights and the power. Can you feel it? He's trying to tape it too. Oh, okay. You bump it. He's trying to record it. And every time he's bumping it, you take the bar. So you can't do that. Thank you. Now they kind of walk. This is Megan. Yeah, she goes to Center County. So who's your teacher?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Butler Orchestra Spooktacular. Give a round to our 9th grade. We're up first. We have been working on this music all year. We are so excited to showcase some spooky tunes for you. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the haunted hallway. As you can see, we did not anticipate the amount of people. So thank you so much for coming to support our Butler Orchestra. I will have to get a bigger space in the future, but thank you so much. Give a round to all of, where are my trick-or-treaters? Give a round to all those costumes. Nice job. All right, without further ado, we have our 9th grade workshop.
It would never happen.
I don't want to stand in front of you.
I understand. I appreciate it. We don't want to block her. No, because I know her. Okay. off too high, let me know.
We're all trying to do the same thing.
What song is this?
Where's the mic man? That's my husband. Well, anyway, I'm loud enough. I hope you enjoyed our first piece, Ghostbusters. This next one, I'm going to need you to be able to snap. Any guesses? Yeah? So if you can't snap, I'll take that as well, and the snapping is part, okay? You guys ready? Okay. You got snap. You got snap.
They didn't have any from the last time. Jim, why not us go to the last? Thank you.
Okay, guys, so this next one is going to feature some spooky sounds. So I want to hear from my trick-or-treaters out there. We have a couple different instruments up here tonight. So, what, Carly, can you hold up yours? What is that? Violin! Who is Mrs. Arevia? Oh, yeah. We have some songs that she taught you guys in class, so I hear there's some dancing that goes with it, so make sure you're ready for that. Let me hear my spooky violin, the high sounds. Go ahead. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, Riley and Nora, hold up your instrument. It's not a violin. What? Whoa! Give yourselves a round! Good job! We visit the elementary schools, and viola is the most commonly missed instrument kill me. Awesome. Okay, how about the big one behind me? Cello. Cello. Yeah. So they're both kind of lower sounds. Let me hear some spooky low sounds.
You're fine. She's trying to disappear.
What song's that?
Jaws.
Jaws. Very good. Jaws. Yeah, so those are spooky low sounds. We have some other instruments as well. What is that giant thing? A drum! Let me hear the drum a little bit. Give me a little something. Nice. So that is a drum set. And then in the very back, you might not be able to see them. I think they're tuning their instruments. We have the electric bass, and later we'll have the big upright bass, even lower than the cello. Yeah. So that's what you'll feel pulsing, that bass line. Okay, we got our next song up for you. It is called Curse of the Rosin Eating Zombies. What the heck is rosin? I'm Mrs. Black, by the way. What the heck is rosin, Mrs. Black? Do any of you have rosin on you? Ah, they left it back there. Okay, so rosin, hold up your bow. They all have that. Okay, so rosin is like a sticky tree sap that goes on the bow to make the sound. If we tried to play it without the rosin, it wouldn't make a sound. So it's super important, and we really don't want the zombies to get it, right? But we're gonna have you guys pretend to be zombies for a second, okay? I need you, so split down the middle. If you're on this side, okay. If you're on this side, I need to hear you go, raw, ready, go. Oh, this side is weak. Let me hear this side again. Raw, ready, go. Oh, God. Okay, good. This guy's intense. Okay, this side, so together it makes raw, sin. You're going to say sin with like a Z. Sin, ready, go. Oh, they're much more prepared. Let me hear it back to back now. So this raw. Get ready, here it is. Ready? You gotta wait for me. You're like, no. Okay. So, raw. Awesome. Okay, that'll come up later. Don't forget your word. Okay. Ready? we can make sure that they can get to us, we'll be bringing them in. Ninth grade. Give a round for ninth grade. Thank you. Yeah, go into this here. If we can make a pathway out, my ninth grade's gonna exit and senior high will come in.
They play on the other.
All right. Oh, there he is.
All right, y'all, I think our senior high orchestra is ready. These students are grades 10 through 12, and I'm so lucky. I start my day with them first period every day. Especially over like the past year. These classes have been so awesome. I start my day with the senior high, and I end it with my ninth grade. And they put together this whole concert in such a short amount of time, which is fantastic. Our first piece in the senior high, you're gonna hear some sounds that kind of sound like bones. It's called skeleton waltz. talked about the spooky song Dance Macabre. Dance Macabre. She told me that she would make sure that you guys were ready for it tonight. So this next piece is called Dance Macabre. It is French. And you're going to hear ghosts kind of come up out of the ground. They dance around, and then the rooster crows, meaning that night is over, and then they have to go back and go sleep. All right, so this is Dance Macabre.
It was raining that night as Willow Wallaby walked slowly down Nunnery Lane. It was a light rain, a gentle rain, but just enough to send a chill down the spine.
This Wallaby walked along, listening to the sounds of night. He heard an owl, a frog, a shark, and from far, far away, the sound of a lonely violinist practicing scales.
But suddenly it started to rain harder. Yes, it was a heavy rain now. Willibus Wallaby quickened his pace, and as the wind started to blow in great gusts, he began to look frantically around for a place, any place, to seek shelter. Suddenly he saw a house with a large porch and a light on inside. He climbed the steps up to the porch. Finally, sheltered from the rain.
But not from the wind. That cruel, harsh wind that seemed to rip away at his clothing as if it had chosen him, Willibus Wallaby, as its victim.
Willibus Wallaby's heart started to beat faster. He knocked on the door.
Slowly, slowly, the door opened. But no one was there. Oh wait, someone was there. Willibus Wallaby looked down, and there, standing before him, was a single, solitary, ghostly white kitty.
The kitty approached him. It rubbed itself against his leg and purred loudly, as if to say, "Dare to enter this house, and you shall never leave alive."
But, for some reason, Willibus Wallaby found himself being drawn into that house, as if controlled by a force greater than he.
Willibus Wallaby entered the house. He found himself being drawn from room to room, as if guided by a ghostly presence that he could neither see nor feel. He entered a sort of library. There was a heavy, musty smell in the room. He heard the sound of scuttling rats. Through the dim light, he could make out bookcases towering above him. Never before had he seen such tall bookcases. His eye followed the bookcases all the way up to what seemed like an impossibly high ceiling. He heard from somewhere a clock striking 9.
He felt himself drawn into the kitchen. There were those scuttling rats again. And then he saw it. On the table, sitting right there, on the table, just inches away from him. Oh, it was too horrible to picture, but picture he must. Yes, sitting right there on the table, on a flowery china plate was a cupcake. But on top of that cupcake, a sickly looking orange frosting, and on top of that was a jelly bean. And it was, this jelly bean was licorice.
The sheer horror of this sight was enough to shock him back into consciousness. Now, having fully regained his senses, one thought and one thought only flashed in his mind like a strobing neon light: escape.
Willibus Wallaby bolted out of the room, down the corridor, through yet more rooms, another corridor, doors bursting open as he flew like a rocket through the house. He arrived at the front entryway, but standing before him again was the purring kitty. However, the kitty was no match for his frenzy, and as he sped towards the front door, wait, the kitty was a match. The kitty ate me.
The end.
Give it up for our narrators, Willibus Wallaby and the cat.
I'll bring it to Grandma. Alright, I'll see you.
Yeah, I don't want to see in front of you guys because I'm very tall. Yeah, see, like I'm trying to get, I'm just trying to get more like Bessie for her mom. She's the way back because they're all crammed together now. I don't go to school here though. Yeah. I only know my friend from dance. That's how we met. I don't go to school here. I go to Montauk. Have you ever heard of that school? Yeah, that's where I go. Wish my we had orchestra. We don't have it because we're such a small school with a lack of interest too. We have band though. I'm in band. I play clarinet. Yeah, I can barely see my friends, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. Yeah. Then it's like she wanted me to get pictures like videos, but it's like I don't know how to do that. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to do that at this point.
So give them a round. I'm so thankful. I know I'm probably going to forget someone to thank, but I do want to make sure I get my thanks. If you volunteered as a parent tonight, can you stand up or wave if you're already standing? Give them a round of applause. They helped me out. Oh yeah, we stomped. That's what we do. That's right. Okay, I was like, what is that? Seventh graders. We had some seventh graders that came and helped you. Give them a little round of applause. They're so excited to do this in a couple of years. So I'm glad they got to be here tonight. This doesn't happen without the help of a whole village. Mr. Croner had jazz band today, and we were flexible and made that work. Mr. Karenbauer, the band director here. Micah plays in the marching band. They let him split time so he can practice drums with us. Mr. Helsel, Dr. Helsel, sorry. Our chorus teachers here supporting, so give it up for our music teachers as well as our custodians for making it. I don't know where Kevin is. If you see Kevin, Mr. Kevin is one of our custodians. He's back there. He's hiding. Kevin is the reason that we were able to make all this possible in a few. So give Kevin a round. He gets to All right, again, the sound. Yeah, that.